Hey guys, I was away for a little while, but I am officially back to my channel with your first video of 2020.
If you eating it, do it precisely, cause I'm a millionaire, it's pricey. Bite me, that excite me. He said it's my. If you eating it, do it precisely, cause I'm a millionaire, it's pricey. Fill up, baby, fill on me. Pull up if you feel alone.
I'm so excited to share this look with you guys today, mainly because of the palette that I've used. So all will be revealed in just a minute. But before we get started, anyone who's new to my channel or you've just started watching my videos this year, I wanted to let you guys know that I actually also teach private makeup lessons in the comfort of your own home. I also provide professional makeup artist courses. So whether you're someone who just wants to learn how to do your own makeup for a night out, or even you just want to learn the basics, or if you're someone who's an aspiring makeup artist and you want to kind of advance your skills and get the extra kind of one-to-one training, then definitely drop me a message below. I've left all my details in the little information section and you can click onto my website or you can find out a little bit more. Okay guys, so I have popped down all the products I've used on my skin below, but I do actually pop a lot of my skin videos on my Instagram, so definitely give me a follow on there if you want to see more of those. But for now, I have started off by priming my eyelids with something called a paint pot. Now these are from MAC and they come in different shades, but the one I use is called Soft Ochre. Now the reason I love these is especially when I'm doing like an eyeshadow look with kind of brighter colours, or I really want my eyeshadow to really stand out. These have more of like a thicker texture, which means that it provides a really good base for your eyeshadow to stick onto. And also because of the slight kind of yellowy tone it has, it really brightens up my eyelids as well. So guys, before I start off with any eyeshadows today, I'm going to start by just warming up my crease. And I'm going to do that using my bronzer, which is why I got this big old thing in my hand. So you're probably looking at it thinking, it's not an eyeshadow. What is that? And sometimes I love using this trick because, say for example, you want to add a bit of warmth to the crease, but you don't really have an eyeshadow that you think is going to be, suitable with the colours that you're going for. So just to kind of add in that natural warmth, I love using a bit of bronzer in there. So I'm just going to use this just like pretty much any other eyeshadow that you would use. And I'm using my trusty 217 eyeshadow blending brush, and this is from MAC. But any kind of fluffy blending brush for the eyes will be really good to use for your crease. And you just want to keep going back and forth with your brush until you get a nice soft blend of colour. And just like that guys, a really quick and easy way of just warming up your crease before you get started with your eyeshadows. So guys, it's time to reveal the palette I've chosen today, and it is one of the Morphe palettes. But if I open this up, ta-da! Guys, I'm just gonna cover my face because this deserves more screen time than my face right now. Because look at it. Look at the, look at all these colours. But honestly, I was so excited when I got this palette in the post because I just saw it online and I was like, I need these colours in my life. But they're just so they're so pretty, and the finish, the glittery ones, the pigment in them is real. I just love how just strong they come out. So guys, this is the 35M Boss Mood palette, and I mean, it has the perfect name, and now you can see why I chose to use this for the first video of 2020, because who else started off 2020 like a boss and wants to continue living 2020 like a boss? So you can use these eyeshadows and basically feel like the queen you really are. So guys, let's not waste any more time and get stuck right into using these colours. The first shade I'm going to go in with is this orange colour just here, and it's called All Fired Up. So basically I'm going to build on top of that crease colour and use this shade to just deepen that up. So it's the same brush I'm using, my fluffy blending brush, and it's the same movement as well. But you just want to make sure you really push into that crease so you can really get that colour nice and smooth. Once you push it into the crease, all you have to do then is just move that brush side to side, but really focusing in on that area. So guys, I'm actually going to use my brush and wing this colour out a little bit as well, because I want to create a bit more of a glam look. So into the crease, but then using kind of what's left on your brush to kind of extend that out into the outside corner as well. So really take your time guys to build this colour up, because you really want it to be nice and smooth and nice and pigmented. A lot of people think that, with eyeshadow you just take a whole load of eyeshadow in one go and then basically try and whack it on and hope for the best. With eyeshadow you really have to build that colour up layer by layer and blend it as you go. So guys, notice when I wing out my eyeshadow, I always follow that direction and that angle from the corner of my eye to the end of my brow. It's just that angle there. So if you do that on yourself as well, you'll always kind of get that angle at its most flattering point. So all you need to do is just when you wing it out, just kind of try and follow that direction. So guys, if you make a mistake with this, do not worry. You can always get a clean blending brush, so just like a clean eyeshadow blending brush, and you can go around with this, like, you know, any kind of like harsh edges or anywhere that kind of looks a bit like a splodge if you've done it, and you can just use that to kind of soften anything up and kind of like clean it up a little bit as well. So guys, once you're happy with that, it is time for our gorgeous eyelid colour, and this is in the shade Bright Eyes. When you're using any eyeshadow that is shimmery or has, you know, some sort of like sparkly pigment to it, always use a flat eyeshadow brush to apply this, because it makes the colour go on so much better. So I'm just pressing this shade onto my eyelid and I'm building it up layer by layer, because it is such a beautiful kind of coppery orange tone and I really want this to stand out. So once I've done that, guys, I'm going to use this All Fired Up shade again, the same colour that I used in my crease, just to build that orange up a little bit more in the corners. So I'm just going to build up the outside corner just by adding in more of that shade. So how are everyone's New Year's resolutions going? Did you guys set any? Have you stuck to them? Or are you someone who just, you know, doesn't believe in New Year's resolutions? You know, I personally, like, I don't really set resolutions, but I do set goals. Because for me, I feel like the word goal means that it's something, you know, more of a long-term thing to like work towards. Whereas like a New Year's resolution, I feel like I'll set it and then I'll just be like, you know, maybe not today or anything. But when I think of goal, I think, no, that's something that I want to achieve for the long run. So I don't know, maybe it's just in my head, but it feels better. So guys, I'm going to go in and just pop the same orange colour underneath as well, just to kind of balance that out. And if you guys are someone who regularly watches my videos, you all know how much I love my inner corner highlight on my eyes. And this palette has got the perfect shade for it. So it's just this one right here, and it's called Light of the Party. And I'm just going to pop this right into the inner corner. And what you can do is just work this inwards towards your eyelid colour, just to kind of blend the two together. And then of course, don't forget to pop this underneath your brow bone too. Now you don't have to do this next step, but I like being a little bit extra. So what I'm going to do is the highlight that I've used, and this is a Sleek Contour and Highlight palette. And it's the same highlight I've used on my cheek. So I'm going to pop that on top of my inner corner and my brow bone highlight, just to give it an extra bit of pop. So I'm basically just adding this on top just to, you know, give it an extra little bit of glow, because why not, hey? And I'm just someone who just loves glowy makeup. So if you're like me, then go for it. But you know, you don't have to do this part. Now I'm not going to add any eyeliner to this because I feel like I want the eyeshadow to sort of make more of a statement. But what I am going to do is define my eyes using a little bit of black eyeshadow. Now this palette has got a perfect kind of really matte and black pigmented colour, and it's called Black Magic. So I'm just going to use that black eyeshadow and like a really nice thin sort of angle brush, and use that to just line the tops of my eyes. The trick with this technique is just to use the edge of the brush to really get as close to your eyelashes as possible. I really like this trick. Well, firstly, if you're a beginner and you have absolutely no idea how to do eyeliner, or you really struggle with it, then you can always use a bit of black eyeshadow like I'm doing now, or you can use a pencil. So whatever you find easier, but I do find black eyeshadow is a great way at just softly defining the eyelid. So say you don't want to use like liquid or gel to make too much of a strong statement with your eyeshadow, you can just use a bit of black eyeshadow like I am, and just help to kind of define those eyes. And then for the bottom, I'm just going to use a bit of a dark brown pencil just to line my waterline. And the reason I use brown is because sometimes I feel like black can be a bit too harsh, so this gives it just a bit of like a softer look. And then what you can do just to smudge out the bottom is use this brown shade just here. So what I'm doing is just using my little shader brush just to smudge this out at the bottom and give it, you know, like a bit more of like a smokiness. So guys, I've just added on my lashes, and these are from one of my favourite lash brands at the moment. They're called Victorus lashes, and the style that I'm wearing at the moment is called Addictive. But definitely check them out online because they've got some great options, and also they're really comfortable to wear as well. I've also filled in my lip with this pencil from MAC, and it's in the shade Chicory, and it's just got that perfect kind of orangey, kind of peachy tone to it to complement the eyes. And then I'm going to go on top of that with my NYX lip gloss, and this is in the shade Banana Split. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's look. And if for some of you your 2020 didn't quite start off the way you wanted, then always remember that every day is a chance for a fresh start. I'll be back next week with a new video, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out. Also drop me a follow on Instagram if you want to keep up to date with everything else that I get up to. And as always guys, stay beautiful, stay you. Okay guys, so I have popped down all the skin products I've used. An eye makeup look, you know, with a bit of more of a brighter colours. But the one I usually use is called... So guys, before I go in with my eyeshadows today, I'm going to start off with my just... So guys, this is the 35M. Honestly, I was so excited when I go on top of that with my NYX lip gloss in But before we get started, I wanted to